Okay, so the second type of problem that we are going to discuss under system of linear equation is about the age problems. Okay, age. So it means we are going to talk about the different ages, how old or how young are the persons involved in the given problems. Okay, so before we proceed, let us have our objective. So solve age problems using the system of linear equations in two variables. Okay, so for our first activity, let us have the activity about translate me. Okay, so I have here already the representation that you are going to use. You are going to have X if you are going to have Daniel's age. So your X will be representing Daniel's age now, and our Y will be representing Enchong's age now. Okay? For our first example, let us have Daniel's age in 3 years. So you are going to translate this using this representation. So Daniel's age in 3 years. How are you going to translate that in symbol? Yes, since Daniel is represented by X and we have here age in 3 years, so we have X plus 3 is correct. Okay. How about this one? Enchong's age in 3 years. Correct. So we have Y plus 3. Okay. How about Daniel's age 4 years ago? Okay. So we have X minus 4 is correct. Fourth one, we have Enchong's age 5 years ago. We have, yes, Y minus 5. How about this one? The sum of their ages in 3 years. Correct. We have X plus Y for Daniel's age in 3 years plus Y plus 3 in Enchong's age in 3 years. Because we have here the word there, which means we are talking about Daniel and Enchong. Okay? And for number 6, we have the sum of their ages 4 years ago. How are you going to translate that? Okay, the correct answer is X minus 4 plus Y minus 4. Because the age of Daniel 4 years ago is Y minus 4. And then, the age of Enchong 4 years ago is Y minus 4. So that's why you are going to add their ages 4 years ago. Okay? So this activity will be helpful for you to solve the given age problems later. Okay? So how about if you're going to have the equation? So you are going to write an equation in two variables that represents each sentence. Write what each variable represents. Okay? So let's have number 1. Okay? The sum of the ages of Justin and Joseph is 30. Okay? How are you going to translate that? Okay. So let us have first the representation. So X will be Justin's age and our Y will be Joseph's age. And our equation will be, yes, X plus Y equals 30. Okay. Next, number 2. Let us have Kim is 5 years older than Anne. Okay? So how are we going to represent this? Our X will be Kim's age and our Y will be Anne's age. And our equation will be, yes, X equals Y plus 5. Older means addition. Okay. Next, let's have number 3. We have Teresa is twice as old as Carmela. Okay? So how are we going to translate this? Of course, let's have first our representation. Let's have X be Teresa's age and our Y will be Carmela's age. And for our equation, Teresa is X, so X is equal to 2Y because we have here twice as old as Carmela. Okay? Question? Okay, so let's proceed. Number 4. We have twice Millet's age is 8 more than 3 times the age of Roselle. Okay? So let's have first our representation. We have X will be Millet's age and Y will be Roselle's age. Okay, so analyze again the statement. Twice Millet's age, so we have 2x, correct, is so equals 8 more than 3 times the age of Roselle, so we have here 3y, and then plus 8. So therefore, our equation will be 2x plus equals 3y plus 8. Okay? So for the last one, we have the sum of the ages of Anne and Joy is 62. So for our representation, our x will be Anne's age and our y will be Joy's age. And for our equation, correct, you have x plus y equals 62. Again, this will also be a very great help on our topic later. So let's proceed. I have here sample problem number 1. The sum of the ages of Janet and Debbie is 30, while 3 times Debbie's age exceeds twice Janet's age by 5. How old are the girls? Okay, so for our representation, we will have x will be Janet's age and our y will be Debbie's age. And for our first equation, we have x plus y equals 30 because the sum of the ages of Janet and Debbie is 30. And then on the second equation, we have 3y equals 2x plus 5 because Debbie's age or 3 times Debbie's age exceeds twice Janet's age by 5. Okay? So that's why we have here 3y equals 2x plus 5. And then, we are going to solve. We are going to have our solution, of course. And it is helpful if you are going to have elimination method. So, I think you're familiar with elimination method. So, we are going to multiply equation 1 by 2 so that you can have our new equation 3, which is, So, we have here 2x plus 2y equals 60 as our new equation 1 or equation 3. Then, just copy the second equation, negative 2x plus 3y equals 5. Again, I hope you have the correct solution. You can follow the steps. Okay? And then, so if you have question, just ask me. Then you are going to add the remaining parts of the equation. But of course, you are going to have elimination first. Eliminate positive 2x and negative 2x. And then add the remaining parts of the equation. So you will have here, 5y equals 65. And then divide both sides of the equation by, 5. So you will get the value of your y, which is 13. And 13 is for the age of Debbie or Debbie's age. So, how old is Janet? Okay? So, we are going to use the value of our y earlier, which is 13. So, by substituting, so you will obtain x plus 13 equals 30. Then, you will have x equals 30 minus 13. So, x is equal to 17, which is the age of Janet or Janet's age. Okay. Question? Okay, so let's now have problem 2. In problem 2, a father is twice as old as his son. 10 years ago, the father was 3 times as old as his son. What are the present ages of father and son? Okay, so again, a father is twice as old as his son. 10 years ago, the father was 3 times as old as his son. Okay? What are the present ages of father and son? Okay? So, of course, we are going to have our representation. Our x will be father's age. Our y will be the son's age. And it is helpful if you have the phrase or the word ago. So, you are going to use a table. So, our father's age will be x. Okay, so we will have here x. So we have here x. And then we have here son's age will be y. And then from the given problem, a father is twice as old as his son. So that's why you will have a father is twice as old as his son will be our equation or the relation of the two variables or the two persons in our problem. And then, we also have there 10 years ago. Okay. So, 10 years ago, the father's age will be x minus 10. And then, 10 years ago, the son's age will be y minus 10. So, for example, your father now is 43. 10 years ago, he was 33. For example, you are now 14 or 13 years old. 10 years ago, you are only 3 years old. So, you are going to subtract 10 years on your father's age and your age. So, that's why we have your father's age will be minus 10 and your son's age will also be minus 10. So, hindi pwede na tatay mo lang ang nabawasan ng age or ng edad at ikaw ay hindi nababawasan. Hindi rin naman pwede na ikaw mismo ay nabawasan ng edad, ang tatay mo ay hindi nababawasan ng edad 10 years ago. Okay? So, hindi naman pwede noong year 2000, ang tatay mo kunwari ay 43, ngayon 2020 ay 43 pa rin siya. So, hindi naman pwede na ganun or 53 na. So, hindi naman pwedeng ganun. So, for our equation, we have 10 years ago, the father, so we have here x minus 10 was, so that is equals 3 times or thrice or 3 times, okay, the son's age. So we have here to use parentheses, okay. So for our equation, we have x equals 2y and x minus 10 equals 3 times y minus 10. But you can still simplify this equation. So this will become x minus 10 equals 3y minus 30. And then you're going to write in the standard form x minus 3y equals negative 30. This will become positive 10, will become negative 20 here. Okay? So, we have here now our new equation 2. And for our solution, of course, you can have, yes, substitution. Because we already have here x equals 2y. So, we are going to have here 2y minus 3y equals negative 20. Then, 2y minus 3y is negative y equals negative 20. And then, we have here to divide both sides of the equation by negative 1. So, we have here y equals 20. Okay. So, this will be for father's age or son's age. Yes. So, this is the age of the son. Okay. So, if the son is 20 years old, how old is the father? Okay. So, we are going to use this equation. We have here x equals 2y because the father is twice as old as his son. So, we have here x equals 2 times the son's age is 20. So, x equals 40. So, this will be the father's age. Okay? So, is there any question for the second example? So, if you don't have, so let's now proceed. Okay? So, I have here again a problem about the father and son again. But the problem states that the sum of the ages of a father and his son is 48. Okay? The father's age is 4 more than 3 times the son's age. Find their ages. Again, the sum of the ages of a father and his son is 48. The father's age is 4 more than 3 times the son's age. Find their ages. Okay? So, let's have our solution. So, for our representation, our x will be, okay, where is my pen? Okay, so we have here, our x will be father's age, and our y will be son's age. Okay. For our equation, we have, okay, the sum of the ages of the father and son is 48. So, you can have x plus y equals 48. And then after that, on the second part of this problem, we have the father, okay, the father. So, x is 4 more than twice the son's age. So, that's why we have here x equals 3y plus 4. And then, Yes, you can have substitution or elimination. Okay? So, whatever method would you like to use? So, since we have here x equals 3y plus 4, so let us have substitution. So, for our solution, we have x will be replaced by 3y plus 4 plus y equals 48. Then 3y plus y is 4y equals 48 minus 4. Then 4y equals 48 minus 4 is 44. And then, divide both sides of the equation by 4. So, y is equal to 11. And this will be son's age. And for us to find for the father's age, let us use the second equation. So, you will have x equals 3 times 11 for the value of y plus 4. We have here 3 times 11 is 33 plus 4. So, we have here x equals 37. So, this will be father's age. Okay. So, any question? So, if you don't have, so, okay. So, we have here the steps or what you are going to recall. Again, we have here to find first for the representation, then followed by equations, and then the solution. Okay? So, again, make sure all the questions in the problem are answered. Especially in this age problem, you are going to find for the ages of the persons involved in the given problem. And in this kind of problem, there should be no negative answers because there are no ages that are negative. For example, tinanong ka, how old are you? You do not say, I am negative 12 years old. So, there are no such thing like that. There are no negative ages. Okay? So, for our next slide, let us have this. And I want you to solve this if you have your time. But if you don't have, so just read it. Twice Anne's age is 8 more than 3 times the age of Ira. The sum of their ages is 39. How old is each? Okay? And then, I also have here, a challenge question. You are going to challenge yourself. Mother is twice as old as her son. 10 years from now, so from now means addition. Mother will be twice as old as her son. How old are they now? Okay? So, this is all about, again, the age problem. So, try to solve that. And that's all for this day. Thank you.